A very good afternoon, Team Zimbabwe, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. And as per the request of some of our viewers, we are going to broadcast President Emmerson Mnangagwa's speech from the Heroes Acre. A lot of people want to know how Comrade Chaunoita was declared a national hero because he was not so known. And we have seen a lot of people were trying to equate him to people like Joshua Nkomo to say if we have other comrades being declared national heroes, we need to know what they really did to make them qualified as national heroes. And I'm here with that speech from President Emmerson Mnangagwa, which he delivered yesterday at the National Heroes Acre. So I'm going to leave it playing so that we will talk about it at the end of it. So it's a long it's a long speech. You have to exercise patience and to have to be watchful as we play it right here on Africa and Beyond Television Network, your number one platform in the nation of Zimbabwe. Stay tuned.
We gather again at this sacred National Heroes Day night. Today, we 3 national heroes. Today, we pay who was a veteran of our protracted army liberation struggle and security guru, the late national hero, Comrade Ezekiel Tobias Musiwa Chaunoita. The retired director in my department, the President's Department, Comrade Chaunoita, whose Mrenga name was Comrade Tobias Lenyika, was on Saturday, 4th May, after a long illness. The nation indeed has lost a loyal patriot and an upright leader who was also a strong proponent of the empowerment of the people of our beloved motherland, Zimbabwe. He was also a renowned farmer in Goromonzi, Mashonaland province. He is humble, compassionate, and an unassuming demeanor who will remain etched in our memories as they advance civic leadership across the public and security services. On behalf of the nation, the government, our revolutionary mass partisans, my family, and indeed on our behalf, I wish to express my deepest and heartfelt condolences to the Chaunoita family over this loss. May you find comfort and solace in the fact that the late revolutionary cadre, Comrade Chaunoita, played an invaluable role for the liberation of our country and executed his duties with honor and distinction within the Central Intelligence Organization. Our prayers and sympathies are with you during this trying and difficult period. May the cherished memories we shared with him within the family and a broader national level before and after independence continue to comfort us all. My fellow monarchs, comrades, and friends, The late national comrade Chaunoita was born on 1st June 1958 in Kutu district, Masingo province. Between 1967 and 1969, he attended Mudo Primary School and transferred to Mataruse Primary School in 1970, where he completed his primary education. Comrade Chaunoita proceeded to attend Kutu Secondary School for Form 1 and Form 2. It was during this period, 1973 to 1974, that he experienced the brutality and oppression of the rebellion white settlers. Following the enactment and the implementation of suppressive laws, such as the Land Act, the Tax Act, among others, the wanton and unjust racial segregation in the then Rhodesia saw led national Comrade Tobias Chaunoita, together with General Masuka and Comrade Amin Sitole, among other serving and retired officers, to leave the country in September 1975 for Mozambique to join the Liberation Army struggle under Zambia. The group courageously risked their lives to cross the border through points that were mined by the Rhodesian forces, based at Adams Barrack in Acre.
Instagram takes up too much time. What I'm about to share with you is how my team and I shave off hours of sales and customer service.
Our late national comrade Chaunoita briefly stayed at the Villa de Manica from September to December 1975 before proceeding to Antonia camp, where he received political orientation under Zanda Department of Political Affairs. This period laid a strong ideological foundation and guidance that became instrumental in his future political and leadership experience. On the 9th of August 1976, he survived the brutal, indiscriminate, and inhuman Antonia massacre created by the rebellion forces that led hundreds of comrades dead, with others sustaining injuries. By the end of 1976, Tobias was transferred to Tembe camp, where he undertook his initial military training, specializing in military engineering. Between January and August 1978, he was selected and undertook a VIP protection course in Yugoslavia. Upon returning to Mozambique in September 1978 and recognizing his deep-rooted composure, trustworthiness, reliability, and credibility, Comrade Tobias Chaunoita was deployed to Gaza province, where he served as a security detail to Zanda High Command. In the course of his duties in Mozambique, Comrade Tobias Chaunoita, work with the late national heroes, Comrades Mnangagwa, Elias Kanengoni, and Natasha Nash, whom they recently among others. Our late national hero was deployed to Maputo province, where he was appointed at the camp. One of our founding fathers, that is elect Vice President, Comrade Lengesai Simon Nzenda. It was during this time that he was elevated to be a member of the General Staff of Zambia. Despite the ADC led former Vice President, Comrade Simon Nzenda, the Zambia leadership saw it fit to broaden the span of security responsibilities of Comrade Vice President. The other duties were in recognition of his expansive experience, persistence, and finishing well their dedication to application. In Zambia, Mozambique, coupled with his impeccable leadership acumen. 29 December 1999, he was part of the team that escorted our late hero and commander of Zambia, General Josiah Mnangagwa.
So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is an all-in-one productivity software where you manage everything and anything related to your work. Your documents, your chats, your whiteboards, your projects. The value of this, you don't have to buy 5 softwares to do this.
From Maputo to his best in Chaunoita to supervise the ceasefire. It was on that first day that late Comrade Vice President, together with our current chairman of ZANU-PF and the Minister of Defense, Comrade Chiguri Nkashiri, survived a horrific car accident that claimed the life of our late General Mnangagwa. In spite of everything, these levels, with such a high responsibility, Comrade Chaunoita never exhibited a sense of entitlement or superiority. He remained a humble servant of our great country, Zimbabwe. Such personality traits and character must be nurtured through the public and security services of our motherland, Zimbabwe. Comrades and foreigners, at independence 1980, let Comrade Chaunoita return to Zimbabwe together with all of us. And he was tasked to do liaison duties between our ruling revolutionary mass party ZANU-PF and the President's Department. In November 1991, the late Comrade Chaunoita was attested into the President's Department as a senior security officer under the General Branch. A month later, I selected Comrade Chaunoita to undergo specialized intelligence training in Romania. At all levels and across the numerous and intricate tasks assigned to him, the late national freedom fighter and hero exhibited a high sense of responsibility and always laid his colleagues by example. He was duty conscious and executed his work with great passion, distinguishing himself as a father figure and a team player. As the head of both military and civil intelligence during the war and the Minister of State Security after independence, I found Comrade Chaunoita's loyalty to be found in ethos, values, and principles of the President's office and President. He was a dependable cabinet who upheld the national interest to the letter. These attributes and traits saw him being appointed officer in charge at the then Acre National Airport Station in August 1963. I appointed him because he was a versatile and adapted to the requirements of his duties at a delicate time of our post-independence era in this country. Thereafter, in July 1983, I promoted him and transferred him from the general branch to the security branch, where he was eventually appointed Deputy Director of Security in 1984. The late national hero's work, history, and ethical conduct inspired many peers and subordinates alike, who often sought his wise counsel. In this post, he had an oversight role of ensuring that all divisions such as presidential, ministerial, liaison, and provinces, vettings, among others, worked efficiently and in unison. In the combination of his diligent service, the late Comrade Chaunoita was promoted.
This AI tool will take your idea and create a complete book, complete with design, images, layout, everything, including the content, literally in a few minutes. Watch this. So I'm using Designer, which will import content from your blog, from a Google Doc or a Word doc, or even a YouTube, depending on the plan you choose. For now, I'm going to use WordGenie, the AI feature. So all I need to do is give it an idea and then click on Next. And then just tell WordGenie what audience am I targeting.
The Director of Security in October 2000, during which he was responsible for national security, including that of the security of the head of state, the late Comrade Mnangagwa. He went in this portfolio at a time when our country was undergoing the first land reform program, which saw a barraging onslaught of attacks and the threats from our erstwhile colonizers and their allies. In all these assignments, he continued to exhibit an exceptional flair for intelligence and security operations. The late national hero, Comrade Chaunoita, was deployed to the Director General's office until his retirement in June 2020. My fellow monarchs, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, the Rhodesian colonial state was conceived and survived with true brutality, including forced labor, land appropriation, detentions and restrictions, and to have among us those who went through this process. It was these excesses that drove many sons and daughters from motherland and the country to take up arms in the fight for the independence which we enjoy today, the freedom and the democracy and sovereignty we enjoy today. The late national hero of Chaunoita, firmly agitated for and believed in the total emancipation of the brave black people of this country, Zimbabwe. Therefore, in his honor and that of other veterans of our army liberation struggle, let us continue to preserve and consolidate our independence as masters of our own destiny. Build our country brick upon brick and stone upon stone. This duty and privilege are underwritten by the blood, the sweat, and the selfless sacrifices of our forebears. Some lie here and some lie in unknown depths of the jungle. I call upon the youth as the vanguard of our ongoing national development agenda to emulate the selfless sacrifices of the youth of yesteryear who took up arms to liberate our motherland, Zimbabwe. You, as our young people, have a weighted duty and obligation through your united efforts to ensure the acceleration and the modernization and the industrialization and the growth of our economy, Zimbabwe. I further challenge you to reject those who seek to undermine and sabotage our sovereign independence, our freedom, our dignity through deceit or falsehood. Zimbabwe is our birthright and our inheritance. Zimbabwe inika yechipikirwa, inika yamutapo. I particularly exhort officers in the rank and file of our intelligence, defense, and security sector to draw from the good traits of persistence, consistency, patriotism, and selflessness, which we exhibited our late national hero, Comrade Chaunoita, he never wavered in the course of his service to our revolution and our nation. Angari muno anobindika aimbirane chokwadi nguva dzose angasina mavato. The life and professional history of our late national hero should therefore serve as a source of inspiration for our younger generation. Let us stay on this trajectory, working together in unity and common purpose. Rob and retrogressive elements who are found undermining our broad and people-centered voices should continue to be exposed as our people's revolution keeps moving forward. Forward forever, our revolution. Forward forever, our independence. Finally, as we pay our last respect and befittingly lay to rest the late national hero, Ezekiel to Tobias, the CEO of Chaunoita, alongside his compatriots whom he shared trenches with. Here, your national sacred shrine. I say to you, oh, my dear departed comrades who lie here, sons and daughters of the soil who lie here, and you, Vice, I say, farewell, Mnangagwa, our loyal and patriotic cadre, a fighter, a strategist, and intelligence supreme. You sacrifice fight and wholeheartedly save the motherland, Zimbabwe. We thank you, no tender comrades. We honor your bravery and attention given throughout your professional career as an intelligence officer. Go well, son of the soil. Goram, Kare, Lama, Remakam. Lala, Kutula, Lawe, Yamakao. Rest in peace, our dear comrade. God bless you all. God bless Zimbabwe. Thank you.
So this is what President Emerson Mnangagwa had to say about the late national hero, abo vakaiswa nezuro pa-National Heroes Acre. But from this statement, you can actually see the arrogance from the ZANU-PF leaders. They never change. But I think we need to talk about the reason why you are seeing now intelligence people are being placed by National Heroes Acre. We are going to do a video about that, and we'll do a commentary about the reason why you are seeing mama CIOs like with National Hero, the same way other comrades have been placed there. And we'll also talk about what is really happening to these very important CIO or former CIO leaders or whoever. And we have to talk about it and expose what is really happening. A lot is happening, and there is something which we need to talk about. So it is what it is, but if you take a look onto this whole thing, it doesn't deserve to be at the National Heroes Acre. In my own view, these are people who are not supposed to be at the National Heroes Acre. We have more people who have sacrificed for this nation who were never placed at the National Heroes Acre. But these boys are actually there at the National Heroes Acre. And the major question is, what did they do? Is it because they worked together with President Emerson Mnangagwa when he was the Minister of State Security? Because he stayed in that ministry when it was too critical. And these are some of the boys he was working with who were doing dirty laundry for himself, who worked for him for a very long time, and up to this day and time. So these are some of the people who are believed to be saboteurs of the state security during the days of Robert Mugabe. So it's said that these are the people who were organizing. It is what it is. We'll take a look on other issues as the day progresses. But this is what we had for you this afternoon. We brought this because a lot of people wanted to know or were asking about this speech by President Emerson Mnangagwa. Let us meet in other episodes and other broadcasts. From now, we are going to do another program where we need to talk about the SADC summit and what is going to happen next.